Hello. Hello. And welcome to Trails from Zero. Huh. So it's that old building. Man, this place sure has seen better days. Next to that brand spanking new department store right over there, it looks like it fell out of the Middle Ages. From my impression, I would say that it was built around 30 years ago. I am surprised it has not been demolished yet. Is this really going to be the Special Support Section's main office? Yeah, seems so. I thought I told you not to make me wait. Chief Sergey! Get inside, everyone. I'm sure you got a lot of questions about what you've gotten yourselves into, what this new division of yours is even... It's about time I filled you all in. Wait, so basically we're a division that serves the public by accepting requests from them? Wait, so basically we're like the Bracers Guild, but like legitimate? Right, that in a nutshell is the Special Support Section. The reason we got this annex was because it was in the heart of the city, close to the everyday goings-on of the people. Heh, makes sense, doesn't it? Oh, hold on, but it almost seems like we're copying the Bracer Guild. So much so you can call it plagiarism. Seriously. I'm sure you're already aware of this, but the Bracer Guild is hugely popular in Crossbell. Especially the A-rank Bracer, Arios McLean, also known as the Divine Blade of the Wind. Can we stop dignifying the fucking nickname, please? He and a bunch of other extremely skilled individuals work out of the Guild's Crossbell branch. You're starting to understand what that means for all the big shots at the police department. Well, the police and Guild are constantly compared to each other, making our flaws as an organization that much more apparent. And blame for those flaws will end up in the government's lap. So that's what this is all about. Basically, we're here to try and steal some of the Guild's popularity in order to cover the government's ass. A bit shameless, is it not? I won't beat around the bush. You guys are right. However, the police's founding principles are to maintain public order and enforce the laws supplied by our government. Serving the community has never been the main priority. Has never been the main priority? I should think enforcing the laws and keeping the peace is serving the community. For that reason, there's a lot of people within the police who aren't looking too kindly on a blatant bid for popularity like this. Let's see, I've heard handymen, bargain bin bracers, even sideshow monkeys. Basically, people have been talking crap about us since day zero. So this will be our trail from zero. Ugh. So that's the case. The whole situation is starting to make much more sense. Sheesh, so you're telling us to join a team where we'll be under fire from everyone? Honestly, this is beyond what I was expecting. Now, don't start freaking out just yet. You may already know, but no one's stopping you from refusing this assignment. Oh. If you decide to stay on, expect to see all sorts of odd jobs and requests. That includes monster exterminations like your mission today, but there will also be a minor stuff like tracking down lost items and helping out headquarters. Anyone who's not up for that wouldn't be a great fit for this position. I'll give you the night to sleep on it. If you end up refusing, don't worry, you'll be reassigned to another unit. On top of that, there will be no demerits. The rest is up to you guys to decide. Are there even, like, weighable pros and cons? What's the advantage to working this department as opposed to other departments? Or sections, shall I say. How in the world did I get here? Imitating the Bracer Guild? I didn't join the force to be part of something like that. Guy was assigned to the 1st Division, wasn't he? An elite unit that single-handedly solves major cases, be it criminal or political in nature, not to mention handling international matters. Our divisions really are worlds apart. I wonder what the others are planning to do. Why was that, like, a cut? Why did they cut for that? He did a fade for him getting off the bed. Did they animate the sprites getting off the bed? Or I'm sure they could animate that. I wonder what the others are planning to do. Doesn't seem like any of them attended the police academy, but I'm sure they got their own reasons for joining the... I'm sure they could have animated him getting off the bed without even adding extra sprites, and it wouldn't look terrible. Maybe I should go talk with them. This is Randy's room. I heard him moving some stuff around in there not too long ago, so he should still be up. Who's knocking? It's me, Lloyd. Can we talk for a bit? Sure, man. Come on in. Make yourself at home. I'm gonna protect... I mean, they're making their rooms, right? So they gotta... They're making up their rooms. He's gonna have... He's gonna have sexy lady posters on the wall. That's my prediction. He's gonna have sexy lady posters on the wall. Cool, thanks. Ah, there's one. I called it. There's one. It looks like a bachelor pad. It looks like fucking... It looks like the Playboy Mansion in here. Ah. Welcome to my humble abode. You're all done unpacking your stuff already? No, not yet. Seems you've already made your decision though, Randy. Oh, about whether I'm gonna decline the assignment? Doesn't seem like there'd be too much desk work, so the job sounds right up my alley. Having my home and workplace in the same building will be nice too, so I'm planning to stick around and see how it all shakes out. Got it. You still thinking it over? Can't say I'm surprised. I doubt you'd be happy to see what detective license of yours go to waste after you busted your ass to get it, huh? Yeah, that's part of it. This whole thing just feels like a step backwards from my goal, though. Your goal? Don't worry about it. It's nothing too important. That reminds me, how exactly were you recruited in the first place, Randy? You're older than the rest of us, but you didn't attend the police academy, right? That's right. How did I end up being assigned here, huh? You really want to know? Yeah, if you don't mind sharing. Well, if you insist. Thing is, I got in a bit of trouble with the ladies at my workplace. Oh dear. What? Well, everyone found out I'd been dipping my quill in a few too many bottles of the company ink, if you catch my drift. I like how he phrased that. Just as I was about to get the boot, old man Sergey snatched me up. Guess it was all according to Idio's plan, huh? Well, where do you work before, Randy? Oh, right, the Crossbell Guardian Force. More specifically, I was stationed at Belgard Gate, you know, that fortress facing the Empire. Guardian Force? Well, that makes sense. No wonder you can swing that halberd of yours around like it's nothing. Trust me, when you're stationed that close to the border, there's absolutely nothing to do but train, patrol, and train some more. But hey, perk of working in Crossbell City full-time is that I can chill over in the entertainment district whenever I want. Phew, definitely made the right choice leaving the CGF. Haha, well, I can relate with wanting to live in the city. Man after my own heart. You know, I've already scoped out a couple places with some absolutely smoking gals working at them. Hey, if we do officially become coworkers, I say we hit the town and celebrate, eh? Mademoiselle seems a bit too prim and proper, and kids don't belong where we'd go. We'll have ourselves a guys' night out. Haha, sure, I'll think about it, Randy. I was 100% correct about the poster thing. And he's even got, what, magazines? Lady mags. I get how you feel, though. Probably tough to come to a decision after everything we're told. But how about taking the night to mull things over? Hey, if we do officially become coworkers, hit the town and celebrate. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna guess this is Ellie. It's locked. This must be a spare room. Well, no reason to mess with it now. Okay, I guess I was wrong. Oh, this is Sergey's office, okay. Hello. What's up, kid? I'll repeat it for you. It's well within your power to decline your assignment to the SSS. You already earned your detective qualification, so I imagine you'd just be reassigned to one of the investigative divisions. I recommend you spend tonight thinking it over. Okay. Is this the back entrance? Well, it's not like I need to go outside right now anyway. It said second and third floor. What's on the first floor? Oh, okay. So we got like a little office with the board and stuff. Oh, so that was his bedroom. This is his main office. Kitchen! We can do some cooking stuff with the ingredients we collected. Okay. I'm seeing how this is gonna shake out. Go upstairs. We're on the 3rd floor now. What's on the 4th floor? They didn't mention anything about the 4th floor. Oh, there's nothing. Okay. This is Ellie's room. I hope she isn't asleep already. There's extra rooms for extra party members. Noting that. Who is it? It's me, Lloyd. Are you busy right now? I can come back later if so. Ah, no, you can come on in. Okay, my prediction. She's going to have either a painfully plain-looking room, or, because she's like daughter of the mayor and stuff, it's going to be, quote-unquote, prim and proper. So she's going to have, I don't know, maybe some elaborate decorations. So, plain or elaborate decorations. That is the only thing noteworthy so far. That's the only thing I'll predict. It looks very plain. Yep. Your timing's good. I just finished cleaning up. Would you like to take a seat? I'll brew some tea if you'd like. She's so nice. Oh no, you don't need to do all that. Seems like you've already made your decision too. Oh, regarding my assignment here? To be honest, I was unsure at first, but I decided to give it my best shot. That's so. I can see you're still undecided, but I don't blame you for that one bit. I can't help but feel the whole plan for this department is a bit of a reach. How so? Based on what we're told, it was only created to help the government and the SPD save face, right? It lacks a basic guiding principle as a division, and its objectives and procedures are only loosely defined. And if we're unable to produce results, the division is likely to be dissolved for budgetary reasons before long. Very practical outlook. Very practical outlook. I can appreciate that. Yeah, I can't help but draw the same conclusion. If you already knew that, why stay, Ellie? Do you have some reason? Well, I thought it'd be a good way to see the truth for myself. Oh? Just kidding. Honestly, I doubt I'll stay a member of the police force forever. But it's not too big a deal if this position takes me off course from my intended career track. I guess that makes sense. If I recall correctly, you didn't attend the police academy, right, Ellie? So how did you end up with the CPD? Well, to put it simply, this is my way of getting some real-world experience. While I didn't attend the academy, I did take a written exam and marksmanship test when I applied. They couldn't really reject me since I received perfect marks on both tests. You know, the more I learn, the more I feel like we're worlds apart. Do you think so? It's pretty rare for rookies to have already earned their detective license, though. You must have your own reasons for joining the CPD, right, Lloyd? Well, that's... Perhaps it'd be best to continue this talk after we've officially become co-workers. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Sorry, and thanks for being so considerate. Of course, Lloyd. If you were to ask for my personal opinion, however, I'd be happier if you stayed. You would? Since we're rookies, there's a lot that we can still improve on. But today, you showed that you could lead us through whatever unfamiliar situations we might face. Your instructions were precise and quick, so I was able to confidently provide support. That means a lot, Ellie, really. Thanks for talking with me. I think I'll do a bit of self-reflection. Of course, anytime. Good night, Lloyd. Night, Ellie. Ellie's so nice. I like her. Should be Tio's room. Again, we got the extra rooms. If the other 2 rooms are empty, then that means we have up to 3 party members that can join. So I'm foreseeing this. I don't know what party members they are, though. I honestly can only glean from, like, the character portraits who might possibly become a party member later. I haven't seen, like, almost any promotional material from this game. I guess this should be Tio's room. I also haven't seen, like, any gameplay featuring other characters that I recall. She's probably asleep already, though. Let's knock. No one's home? I can't hear her moving around. Is she not in her room? It's locked. This must be a spare room. No reason to mess with it. locked. I can't see Tio's room. Oh, I can just walk in. She's gonna have a whole bunch of computer shit set up. Or not. Oh, she's got kind of the emo thing going with the little sad cat pillows. Yeah, it looks like I was right. Tio's not in her room. Though she's already unpacked all of her luggage. Let's snoop around. Now she's gonna show up as soon as I try to leave. What is this stuff on the floor here? No? Okay. Well, where's Tio then? I don't know. Is she gonna be in my room? No. Okay. I had a prediction. Well, what do I do now? Do I just sleep? What do I do? You retain the right to decline your assignments. What do I do now? Oh, this is an entrance. I had no idea this was an entrance. Okay, I guess I can go up on the roof. What a great view. I wish I could explore. Crossbell's really grown. The city where Uncle lives was by no means small, but compared to this, it doesn't hold a candle. I'm finally home, aren't I? There was a cat on this roof before, I remember. There's a kitty cat. A cat? If you live here, I imagine you've been a tenant way longer than the special support section has. Sorry about barging into your home like this. Don't worry, I won't be long. Making yourself right at home, aren't you? Well, again, you've probably lived here for quite some time. Maybe she's in her room now? Nope. Nope. Okay, now that I've spoken to the cat, can I sleep? No. Oh, there she is. Setting up computer shit. She's just not in her room. Oh, Tio, there you are. What are you doing down here? Hello, Lloyd. As you can probably deduce, I am checking our terminal. The terminal? You mean all that stuff there? Yes, these are all components of an improved Orbital system based on the ZCF's Capel computer system. With this, we will be able to receive data information from the CPD's main building via the Orbital network, and it runs Linux. Wow! Let's rewind a bit. You lost me. How should I explain this? Lloyd, what is the extent of your knowledge of the Orbital Network project? The Orbital Network? I occasionally see articles about it in the newspaper, but I can't say I fully understand what it is. I think I read something about the Epstein Foundation proposing the project. Originally, the Orbital Network project began as a collaboration between the Foundation and Zeiss Central Factory. Now it progresses primarily due to the efforts of the Epstein Foundation. Its large-scale testing stage is currently taking place right here in Crossbell City. This terminal is part of it. I can't say I follow that well. In the end, what's this project trying to accomplish? Simply put, it is a technology that improves upon traditional communication devices. In addition to having communication functions, it links terminals through orbital computing, constructing an efficient information network. We call it the Internet. That is essentially the project, in terms you might understand. I barely understood any of that. So basically, it's equipment that'll make contacting HQ easier and optimize the chain of command in the city? If you were only taking into account this terminal, you would not be incorrect. While terminals are not my specialty, I can operate this one for us. Considering the future, I suppose I should be more acquainted with it. Oh? I take it that means you didn't think about refusing this assignment, huh, Tio? Hmm? Actually, before that, when I was your age, all I wanted to do was play around with friends. But you said you were transferring here from the Foundation. Tio, aren't you being forced to work here? Isn't this child labor? Don't tell me you actually are. I mean, I might not know your situation, but you shouldn't tolerate something like that. If you need help, I'd be more than happy to... please calm down. No one is forcing me to work. Rather, this recent transfer was the result of a selfish request of mine. Huh? I have my own reasons for being in Crossbell. That is all there is to it. Besides, I think it would be prudent to worry about yourself before others, right, Lloyd? Yeah. You make a good point, Tio. Sorry if I overstepped my bounds there. It is fine. Being too soft-hearted might have negative ramifications on your detective work, however. Unlike bracers, your occupation involves treating suspects with skepticism, correct? You really don't pull any punches, do you? Maybe I am still naive. Here I was thinking I'd disciplined myself enough through the police academy's training. But I guess training alone isn't enough to make me a true detective. Tio? I have completed my maintenance of this terminal. Construction work on the orbital cables is scheduled for tomorrow, so I believe I will go to sleep now. Ah, okay. Night, Tio. I hope you sleep well. Thank you. If you'll excuse me. Good night, Lloyd. Seems like all three of them have really put a lot of thought into things. And here I am, still undecided. Well, time to succumb to peer pressure, I guess. Maybe some fresh air will do me some good. Alright, I went outside. Still nothing in here. This isn't set up yet. Haven't been down here. Oh, can I go outside? Oh, here I am. Ah, what a nice breeze. Wow, that's right. I can see Belheim Apartments from here. I'm sure someone else is living in our old place now. I think Cecil's family is still in the building, at least. I should pay them a visit once I find the time. It's been 3 years since then. After Uncle's family took me in, I eventually enrolled in the Crossbell Police Academy. I studied and trained like a madman. Thanks to that, I've managed to pass the detective qualification exam. But in the end, what did I actually want to accomplish after becoming a detective? Hey! Oh, it's you two. Been looking everywhere for you. We went to the police department, but they told us you weren't around.
They told us about this place, though. This is it, right? Where the special support section works?
Yeah, this is the place. What did you come all the way down here for?
Well, actually, we thought we ought to thank you for today.
Really?
If it hadn't been blah 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 blah.
I don't want to do these characters' dialogue, honestly. Come on. Goodbye. There we go. You really are a simple guy, Lloyd Bannings. All it took to lift your spirits was a thank you from those kids. I guess, in the end, everything depends on the way I choose to feel about it. Word of advice, Lloyd. To be a man, you have to be willing to tackle the issues you're facing head on. Follow your heart and intuition, and grasp the truth with your own two hands. If you can do that, you'll be able to see what exactly it is that you want to do. Yeah, that's right. If I don't at least put myself out there, I won't come to understand anything. A phone call. That's the phone? Hello? You've reached the Crossbell Police Department Special Support Section.
Lloyd? Lloyd, is that you?
Well, Cecil. Oh, thank goodness, it's really you. When I contacted the police department, they told me to call this number. So Cecil is a lady? I thought Cecil was a guy's name. Special support section, was it? Is that the division you're assigned to? Ah, well, nothing's official yet. More importantly, I'm really sorry, Cecil. I wasn't... Is it Cecile? I don't know. I was meaning to stop by first thing, but... Oh, no, don't worry about it. I should have gone to greet you when you arrived at the station. It's fine, Cecil, I promise. After all, work has you busy, right? We can meet up once you're able to get some time off. Ah, don't be like that. How can you be so distant to someone who's practically your sister? I haven't seen you in 3 years, you know. Alright. We'll find a way to make time somehow. And I'll make sure to go see Uncle Miles and Aunt Lady? Aunt Lady tomorrow. Glad to hear it. They'll love that. Mom and Dad have been really worried about you all this time. But I'm so happy. You finally come back to Crossbell. Yeah, I'm home, Cecil. Welcome home, Lloyd. I was expecting this game to hit us much harder with, like, the internal corruption of, like, the police department or, like, the city run by, like, the mafia and shit. I'm sure that's, like, going to come up. But, like, that's my impression of how, like, the conflict of this game unfolds. So, what are your answers? No objections here. Looking forward to working with you. Besides, you're the one who dragged me to the CPD in the first place. Sure you don't want me to recommend you to the 1st Division? They'd probably really benefit from someone with your combat prowess. Yeah, I'll pass. Honestly, I'd rather join back with the Guardian Force than be stuck in some stuffy office job like that. Fair enough. What about you, Ellie? I'll also accept the position. I'm glad to be working with you, Chief Sergei. Glad to hear it. And to be frank, I didn't expect someone like you to be here. I figure the higher-ups recommended you, expecting this division to just involve taking care of busy work. But I'm sure you're aware that this assignment won't be anywhere near easy, right? Yes, well aware, sir. I'm looking forward to taking on such challenging work. Good answer. Well, Tio, do I even need to ask? Not at all. This position was part of the agreement from the start. More importantly, the orbital cables are scheduled to be wired this evening. I would like to be the one to set up the terminals if you do not mind. Yeah, I was counting on it. So 3 down, 1 to go. Lloyd Bannings, a Crossbell Police Academy graduate who earned high marks in both written exams and practical training, and went on to ace the CPD's detective exam. You know, this game still does occasionally drift into the absolutely needless exposition. That is my biggest gripe so far, other than, yes, there's a lot of fucking hands-off dialogue. And then went on APZ, blah, blah, blah. You ask me, you might be a bit overqualified for this team. Someone like you'd find success in whatever division you were assigned to, I'm sure. Hell, I bet no one here would blame you if you walked right out that door. With that in mind, still have any lingering doubts? No, sir. None at all. Sir, I look forward to working under you, Chief Sergei. Glad to hear it. Lloyd. Well, that's no fun. Here I was looking forward to watching you squirm around trying to come up to a decision. Sir? Well, that settles that. I'll give you guys the rest of the day off. Keep in mind you'll be busy as hell starting tomorrow, though. Be prepared to work your asses off. Oh, and T.O., the terminal's all yours. Roger. One more thing. Let's start this off right. Lloyd Bannings. Sir. Ellie McDowell. Sir. Randy Orlando. Sup. T.O. Plato. Sir. As of 9 a.m. today, I officially approve your new assignments. Welcome to the Special Support Section. Look forward to the mountain of different jobs I'll be throwing at you. As initial investigation expenses, the team receives 1,000 Mira. I had a feeling Mira was the name of the currency, but I wasn't sure. So I have 1,000 Mira, I have the day off, so basically I can run around and buy shit. Our beloved goddess Idios, who art in the sky, we beseech thee, open thine heavenly gates for the soul running toward your loving embrace. I couldn't believe the news when I first heard it. Someone like him passing this young? Wasn't he about to get married to that beautiful fiancée of his too? Why did things end up like this? Why? Damn it all. What the hell are the police doing? One of their own was killed. Are they going to let this become another unsolved case? It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. If I remember right, his parents passed away a while ago too, didn't they? How will his younger brother handle all this? Lloyd, are you okay? Please don't push yourself. I know you haven't been sleeping much recently. I couldn't say the same for you, Cecil. I'm sorry you had to help me with so much of this. I should have taken care of it by myself. Stop that, Lloyd. We're basically family. Of course I'm going to help you. Basically, Guy was my... Cecil. I'm so sorry. Lloyd, I know you're hurting most out of all of us. I'm sure things won't be easy from now on, but please don't forget that I'm here for you. Until you can stand on your own 2 feet, I'll watch over you, Lloyd. Really was a brat, wasn't I? Shouldn't have been so stubborn. Should have stayed with her. I'm home, Guy. Sorry for not stopping by sooner. Guess I still need to work on my stubbornness. But I'm here now. I'm back. I'm back to Crossbell to be a detective in the CPD, same as you. Still got a long way to catch up to you, and I was assigned to this weird division. Okay, so this wasn't communicated very clearly to me. So he had an older brother who was a CPD officer, and he died. So now Lloyd is trying to do that. Okay. But I'm going to do my best with the hand I've been dealt, so keep watching over me, Guy. Again, my assumption about how, like, the overall plot is going to unfold is that there's corruption at the police department. And that as a member of the special support section, the initial premise is that we're going to be trying to improve, like, the reputation of the department, but because we're, like, a separate, extraneous section that, like, is specially set up by the chief of police, that we're going to be rooting out, like, bullshit involving, like, the commissioner and other shit like that. That's my theory. It's also kind of my hope, but I don't know how this game's going to unfold, because we don't have any, like, grand, like, world-ending plot or other shit to justify, like a huge scope JRPG type of game. Well, time to get started on your first official job at the SSS. Though, maybe I should give you some more information before we sit ahead of ourselves. Lloyd, grab your detective notebook. Yes, sir. Black notebook with the police crest, eh? Looks like the real deal. We can also use this to identify ourselves as police officers, right? That's right. There's also a manual with the rules and regulations inside. Heck, it's even got info about your battle ordnance. Pretty good reference to have. However, its most important purpose is to keep track of your investigation reports. Investigation reports? Lloyd, you explain. Yes, sir. They taught us this at the police academy, so I suppose the others wouldn't know. The CPD maintains a rule that all its investigations are to be carefully and thoroughly documented. After an investigation is assigned to you, you must record its status and keep track of its progress in the detective notebook. The reports we submit will be based on our notebook entries, which will inform our evaluations and any special allowances from the department. That's why it's important to take detailed and concise notes. I see. That makes enough sense. Ugh, sounds boring as hell. That ain't what I signed up for. That's the gist of it. However, the situation at the SSS is slightly different from other divisions. You'll have your standard investigations, of course, but then you'll also have support requests coming in. Support requests? Tio, if you will. Sir. Over here, everyone. Oh, this is from the other day. Isn't this the terminal that you were busy hooking up to the Orbital network, Tio? Yes, I finished configuring it yesterday. The terminal will be left running and can be accessed at any time. After you log on, this screen will display. Ah, a bunch of text showed up. So this is where you get our support requests? Right. Aside from the official missions from the department, we'll also get requests from other sources. Could be from citizens or tourists. Heck, might even get jobs from the government every now and then. Support requests are optional, but if you decide to skip some, odds are that the Bracer Guild will snatch them up. Oh, I see how it is. By doing support requests, we'll take some of the guild's popularity for ourselves. These support requests will mimic their own line of work to sway public favor. Yep, though I expect it'll happen at a snail's pace. Besides that, I'm sure HQ will rope you in to help when they get busy. Patrolling the city, doing some menial paperwork, who knows? You're kidding, right? Haha, it's all part of the job, Randy. Has the terminal already started receiving these requests then? Why don't you take a look for yourselves? Just don't forget to keep track of them in your notebook. Yes, sir. Okay. We're ready to start the game! Okay. Check requests. Support request explanation. I get 1500 Mira. Hello everyone, congrats on being appointed to the new special support section. As first order of business, allow me to give you a rundown on submitting reports for all your assignments. Please come by the reception desk at CPD. Okay, do I just select it, or... So this whole thing is just a big internal memo system, huh? I guess now we just gotta head down to HQ and get the details, right? Yeah, sounds like it. I think I finally started to get a grasp on what the Orbital Network is all about. Unlike telephones, which are purely auditory, the Orbital Network can transmit text and images. We call it the Internet. I've heard about it before, but now that I've seen it in practice, I can certainly see how it would be advantageous in all sorts of situations. Yes, as we speak, beta testing is being conducted through Crossbell State. The system the police department has implemented is one such example. Though, I hear the guild has also started experimenting with terminal systems too. That should be enough to get you started. How about I let you guys work that support request that you just came in? Understood. But, what do we do after that? I'd love to say do whatever you feel like, but you can bet that the real requests will start pouring in after your lecture at HQ is over. Let's see. Considering this is your first assignment, try completing this as a statement to HQ, saying that you're capable of police work. That should shut them up for a while. Is that really all it's going to take? Oh, and Lloyd, why don't you give everyone a tour of the city on the way here? A tour of the city? Why? You'll be the ones protecting the place, so it only makes sense for you all to learn just what kind of place it is. Oh, and be sure to stop by the weapons shop and Orbital store right outside. As police officers, those places will be pretty handy in the future. Not that we don't have a state budget. Where do we get these from? Wholesalers. Understood. We'll make sure to pay them a visit. I'll be in my office most of the time, probably either reading a magazine or taking a nap. Those are literally my two only sprite animations. Well then, off you go. Wait a minute. There goes our boss, everyone. Are we really going to be okay? I fear the road ahead of us will be difficult. Anyway, this is our first real assignment. Let's walk around the city a bit first, then take care of that support request. There's no need to rush just because this is our first official mission. Let's take our time and get a feel for things. I agree. Understood. Time to hit the road, then. When you inspect the terminal at the SSS and choose check requests, a list of available support requests is displayed. The support requests are completely optional, but completing them earns you Mira and DP. I don't know what DP is. Department points? I don't know. It looks like there's more options to choose from, or maybe it's entirely cosmetic. Hey, you know we're working at a police department now when you hear that noise, huh? Okay. Woo! Okay. Finally got some free reign. Just did that again. Alright, we're gonna save. New save. We're still in the prologue. Hold on, guys. Looks like the store right over there is the armory. Indeed it is. Maintaining the condition of our weapons is not something we should take lightly. We best visit while we can. Okay. I like the fast loading. I appreciate the fast loading. Guns! Blades! Guns and blades! As much as I want to welcome you in to have a look around, I'm afraid you're out of luck. You can't buy a weapon and crossbow without a license, kids. So if this is the prank, then beat it. Actually, we're from the CPD, sir. Sorry for the confusion. Y'all are police officers? Oh, you must be those kids Sergey told me about. Alright, feel free to take a look around the shop. When you're ready to check out, show me your detective notebook. That'll substitute as a license. Cool. Oh yeah, some engineer-looking guy stopped by recently. Left something he called an orbital staff with me. Said it's some fancy new weapon, but who the heck would I ever sell a fishy thing like this to? An orbital staff, you said? What's that? That's what you use, right, Tio? I was under the impression that it was still in the testing phase of its development, though. Forget who you're selling it to. How are you able to sell it in the first place? You said the man looked like an engineer? I'll admit this whole thing is setting off quite a few alarm bells for me. Actually, that might have been my boss. Your boss, huh? From the Foundation? Yes, exactly. He may have come to drop off a newer model of the orbital staff for me to test. Though I can hardly fathom why he would not just give it to me himself. Yeah, gotta say I'm just as stumped over this one. Not sure what the deal is with this thing, but I can sell it to the girl, right? Go on, buy it then. I already had to pay for the shipment. Like, if something's being sent to her, why do you send it to a retailer to then sell to her? That's fucking bullshit. Just ship it to her. Okay. Exchange. Exchange Sepith for Mira? Oh. I can just earn money by exchanging this shit? That's interesting, but I'm not sure whether or not I want to get rid of any of this, honestly, because I'm sure this all has a very particular usage. Alright, what can I buy? Striker Hard Breaker. Improves defense. Ingrid. So they have a strength, they have a range, and they have an accuracy for the guns. The staffs has a strength and a range. It's designed for stable output at the cost of firepower. Strength and a range. That's a high strength. Equipment. And we got some accessories too. Just to make sure all these guys have equipment. They all have basic equipment. Okay. And what accessories are these? Silver brooch, blessed by the goddess Eidos, poison. Ring decorated with beautiful deep water. Seal. Is that like silence? Prevents mutes. Mute has got to be like silence. Prevents blind. Okay, I can definitely see how some of this is going to be important. Prevents poison. I kind of want all of this, but I can't afford all of it. What can I sell? Warmer. I don't think I need a lot of this. Ingredients, I think I should hold on to that. Just to make sure Randy is, like, actually, like, a damage output, I want to get this. This would give him more strength, also a bit more DPS, and defense. Which I like. Improved strength. It's nice and all. I want some of these accessories. Want to keep the healing stuff. Cures freeze. I should probably hold on to that. Don't want everybody getting frozen right away. Oh, can we sell the old ones? Yeah, we can sell the old ones. There we go. There we go. I can at least buy one accessory. I think preventing blind would be important for Randy. We do not want him just to be completely locked out of attacking. Or functionally locked out of attacking. Prevent seal and mute. I don't know what these do. I'm sure mute is like silence, but I don't know what seal is. Seal would like stop crafts? Is my guess? And again, I don't want to sell, like, the Sipith, because I'm not sure how valuable that is. Can we sell this bullshit? Can I, like... Can I insist on making only vegan stuff? I'm guessing the battle scope is not super valuable. Total shot in the dark, but I really want one of those accessories. Smoke grenade. Again, I don't want to sell Sipith because I don't know how valuable that stuff is. We're gonna sell all the warmer. I'm sure I can just like pick it up as like a loot drop. And let's get prevents mutes. There we go. Okay. We'll remove that. Prevents mutes, because you're the one who uses the arts most often. You want to have blind. And who should prevent freeze? I'm still not sure, like, what her combat style is. Like, she's kind of like a support mage. He's obviously a damage dealer. I guess I'm more of a tank. I'm not sure what she does. I guess I'll give her the lighter? I don't know. Okay, we got some stuff. Yay! Alright. I really do like the sprites. I like that they're totally legit retro-style sprites. Central Square. Department store. There's the chef place over there. Phew, this place is busy as ever. Well, that's no surprise, given how this is more or less the heart of the city. Just look at these stores and restaurants. You can get all your essentials here. Also acts as a hub leading to other districts if you're in a hurry. And it's only gotten busier with the recent surge in orbital vehicles. Sure looks that way. Okay, everyone, how about we drop by the Orbital store next? You mean that Orbital factory the chief mentioned? Word around town is the whole place got a huge makeover. Real fancy now. Indeed, this new type of factory focuses on commercialized Orbital products. They have a formal contract with the CPD as well. We should be able to rely on them for any of our Orbital needs. If that's the case, I'm sure it won't be long before we're regulars there. So we should stop by before going to the other districts. Yeah, should be that corner building over there. Central Square includes a department store, Orbital factory, armory, and restaurant. Since almost everything you need is available here, it's a good idea to visit if you ever need to stock up. Gen 10, the city's Orbital store, is located on Central Square's eastern side. Okay, so kind of my issue here is that I'm already low on money because I spent everything at the armory. And I know I get like 1,500 more Mira if I complete the request. So, like, I think I should complete the request first, but it seems like they don't want me to. Free balloon. Genton Orbital Store. Wow, so this is that Orbital Store people have been talking about. From the biggest Orbital car to the smallest orb mint, they have it all. On top of that, their new redesign gives off that sleek and modern feeling, doesn't it? Hard to believe this was just a simple factory 3 years ago. Anyway, we should look for the technician to adjust our orb mints. If I recall correctly, there should be a support counter over there. It'll be able to handle any adjustments to our orb mints that we may need. Alright, let's check the counter then. Okay. Hello there, everyone, and welcome to Gen 10 Orbital Factory. Shoot, I mean, welcome to the Gen 10 Orbital Store. Oh, wait. No way! Lloyd! Is that really you? Wendy, what are you doing in a place like this? How rude. Can't you tell? It's pretty clear I'm the engineer of this store. Seriously? I know you mentioned you were looking for a job in your letters. I just really wasn't expecting to run into you like this. Oh, this lovely lady is an old friend of yours, Lloyd? I'm a little jealous. What do you say we have ourselves a fun little date once your shift's over? Now isn't the time for this, Randy. We're on duty, for crying out loud. I thought we had the day off. Well, I guess, well, no. He said we got the day off, but at the same time he said we had, like, a request. An optional request we could do. It's nice to meet you, Wendy. I've heard great things about Gen 10, but the rumors don't do it justice. Oh, you guys are Lloyd's colleagues? Haha, well, to be honest, the shop's whole look is just the manager's personal taste. Oh, and I should have mentioned this sooner, but this is the customer service counter. From here, we can provide maintenance for all your orb mints needs. Alright, we'll leave our orb mints in your capable hands from now on, Wendy. Oh, but our orb mints are the Enigma models. Is that going to be an issue? Oh, wow, so you guys got your hands on the brand new models, huh? We got you covered. I sure have blah, 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 blah. Bracers sure love these orb mints. Really? So the Bracers Guild's connections have allowed them to acquire cutting-edge technology as well. Haha, damn, those Bracers really are always ahead of the curve, huh? This isn't a laughing matter, Randy. Anyways, please don't let us get in the way of your work. We just thought we'd pop in and check the place out. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of each other from now on, so we'll be counting on you, Wendy. No problem, leave everything to me. Whenever you get that itch to modify your orb mint, just let me know and I'll get you all set up. Also, if you have any general questions about your orb mints, just ask away. You're speaking to an Orbital Pro, after all. If you select Upgrade Synthesize at the Orbital Store, you can synthesize new quartz or open slots in your battle orb mints. Oh, okay. If you synthesize new quartz and place them in your orb mints, you'll be able to use new arts. If you open orb mint slots, the number of quartz you can set will increase, also increasing your maximum EP. Does that mean that mage characters are going to want to open additional slots rather than upgrade the current ones that they have? To use each function, septium fragments called Sepith are required. You can obtain Sepith by defeating monsters. Okay. You know, the Orbital Store was actually just an ordinary factory up until last year, but when the new manager took over, all his policies were about mass appeal and brand image. Thinking back, I really miss the old grease-stained look of the place when it was still a factory. Huh, it does seem like a look that suits you better, Wendy. I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that, Lord. Care to say it again? Sorry, it was nothing. Oh yeah, I heard my old teacher opened up his store downtown. If you guys find the time, it might be worth checking out. Nah. We'll figure it out. Quartz. Okay. Defense, HP, shield. Max HP plus 5%. ADF plus 3%. What the fuck is ADF? Attack, evade, move. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So the wind stuff gives you evasion chance and increases your movement distance. Action increases your speed. Impede cancels enemy arts and crafts with a 10% success rate. What does that mean? Hit increases your accuracy by 1. EP cuts, art's EP cost is reduced by 1. I'm not sure. Oh, is it the Sepith costs? Is that the cost of Sepith? I'm not sure. EP1, max AP plus 5%. Mind, ATS plus 3%, ADF minus 1%. ADF minus 1 is ADF. ADF. I wish I knew what these stats were. System... Record? No. Detective? Help manual? Status... No. Really? Come on. ADF. Magic defense. Oh, okay. Okay. I figured it out. Strength defense. Magic strength. Magic defense. So arts. Arts is what I'm interpreting that as. ATS is art strength. And then art defense. Okay. Dexterity. Agility. Max movement. I'm not sure what all that is. Is agility your evasion? Oh, okay. Right. I think maybe I need to buy more ornaments first. I'm Chaco, a salesperson. Pleased to meet you. The store's been thriving ever since opening day. I don't understand much about these orbital doohickeys myself. I learned everything I know from Wendy. Wendy's so smart. She knows the answers to all my questions. Sounds right. Wendy's been an orbital buff for as long as I can remember. Do I not shop with you at all? Okay. So I don't want to buy shit I can't use, though. So those are arts. How do I unlock these SWATs? I don't know how I unlock slots. That wasn't communicated very clearly. Slots. Oh, here we go. Okay. Can we unlock another blue one for you? Slot cannot be opened as the orbital circuit leading to it is not connected. Oh, okay. Is this costing me anything? Oh, I think it's taking from, like, all of my Sepith. I should be cautious about that. Can be open, can be open, can be open. Why is it color schemes? Insufficient Sepith. Okay. I'm a little bit confused. Okay. Looks like you're not locked into blue here. I gotta end this here, unfortunately. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. I'll fuck around with this next time. Bye-bye.